In the previous classes, we learned about location of India geographically and the lines on the Indian landmass, important latitude and longitude, and the distance between north to south and west to east. Now we are moving to the next concept, geological background of India. You may remember studying plate tectonic theory and continental drift theory in 9th class. Let me remind it once again. In 1915, a German meteorologist and a geophysicist introduced continental drift theory. According to Alfred Wegener, the parts of Earth crust are capable of horizontal movement around the globe, causing continents to slowly change their positions in relation to one another. According to Wegener, the continents which we see today were once joined together in a large landmass called Pangaea. In Greek language, the meaning of Pangaea is the whole land. Around this large landmass there was a water body, and this super water body was known as Panthalassa. About 200 million years ago, these large landmass began to drift apart and broke into two pieces. The northern block was known as Laurasia or Angara. The southern portion was known as Gondwana land. These two land blocks were separated by a shallow inland sea known as Tethys Sea. These two large land masses began to drift apart further, continued to break apart into smaller continents that exist today. The northern land block consists of North America, Greenland, Eurasia, etc. Gondwana land consists of South America, Antarctica, Africa, Arabia, Madagascar, Indian subcontinent, Malaysia, East Indies, etc. Indian landmass as a part of Gondwana land originated due to several geological formations and several other processes like weathering, erosion and depositions. These processes over millions of years have created and modified the physical features that appear to us today. Owing to collision and immense compression, mountains have evolved through a folding process. The present position of Himalayas is an example. After years of careful study, geologists have concluded that all the continents and even the oceans are actually situated on massive piles of rocks called plates. There are about 6 major plates on the earth and several minor ones. The major plates are African, North American, South American, Indo-Australian, Antarctic, Eurasian and Pacific plates. Among the minor plates are the Nazca and Arabian plates. These plates actually float on the mantle. They are constantly being pushed and therefore keep moving slowly. They move so slowly that we can't feel the movement. As a result of this movement, one plate pushes another neighboring plate. The region where the two plates meet and push each other, a lot of pressure is exerted by each of them on the other. One plate is pushed under into the mantle while the other plate is pushed up to form a chain of mountains. This movement of plates is called plate tectonics. This process causes earthquakes.